Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei THQ TV hier von der Gamescom in Köln. Ein absolutes Highlight für Adventure Freaks ist auf jeden Fall Darksiders 2. Ich spreche hier gleich mit Marketingmanager Jay Fitzloff und er wird mir alles über das neue Spiel erzählen. Jay, nice to meet you. How does the storyline fit in with the original Darksiders?
So in Darksiders 2 it takes place along the same timeline as the first Darksiders, except Death is trying to clear his brother's war name, so he's working behind the scenes in places that the players didn't see in Darksiders 1.
Okay, the gamers have now the chance to play the character Death. Can you tell me something about him?
So Death and War, they're both horsemen of the apocalypse, but Death is more, in combat, more agile. He doesn't block, he dodges. He's a lot faster, more sleek. Killing is an art to Death, whereas War is more straightforward. Outside of combat, War is more honorable. Death's more willing to work behind the scenes and deal with shady characters to get stuff done.
Okay, and what weapons does Death have in comparison to War?
Well, Warhead is one giant sword. Death uses a pair of scythes that he can, use individually as a dual wielding or combine them together into one single weapon. And then a lot of secondary weapons. We've shown a giant hammer that he can smash people with and a lot more, but that's all we can say for now.
So not only the character changed, also the world. Can you tell me something about that?
Yeah, with Darksiders 1, it was all in the Earth after the apocalypse, but when we were designing Darksiders 2, we thought we wanted to kind of break free of that because we felt like we were chained down by always having to make these destroyed buildings, underground stuff. So it takes place in the underworld or the abyss, and so it allows us to kind of make a lot more of a fantasy game where you'll see stuff from flying ships being pulled by serpents to forest areas and a lot more breadth to the environments than before.
Jay, is it true that this world is much bigger than the world in the previous game?
Yeah, we were able to design a lot bigger game this time around with a lot more dungeons than the previous world and a lot more areas to explore. Open areas for you to traverse around. And when I say a lot more dungeons, I want to add that a lot of people complained about too much backtracking in the first Darksiders, so a lot more dungeons, a lot bigger game, but the dungeons are smaller, so if you have to go back, you won't have to walk for a long time to get to what you're trying to find.
This game was one of the first games talked about for Wii U. Are you excited to be the part of this console?
Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, everybody at Vigil is pumped to be working on a Nintendo system, and, I can't talk about, exactly what we're trying to do, but just rest assured we're playing around with what works on the system to make sure it's whatever control systems we come up with are cool and not just a gimmick.
What everybody wants to know, I guess, when can we see more of Darksiders 2?
Soon. In the months to come. I can't give you an exact time, but when we're ready to show more, we want to show more, but we'll get there.
We were waiting for it. Thank you.